I do have in my records here the derivation of the name Myree, where it came from. It's a French name, and it means historically it was an occupational name related to a physician. And yes, come up here. Come up here. We got another genealogist here. This is Cousin Electra. She gave me the definition of the name Myree.
I looked the name up, and we know that it's a French name. And the meaning for the French name was, as the cousin was saying, it came from an occupation. It meant sighting or aiming. This was the original meaning of the word Myree.
Yeah. So you can see we have a lot of sources of information, and genealogists have to use all of the sources they can get. And so that's why I keep trying to spark some of these young people to ask me a question. When I was young, I used to have all these burning questions about Myree. Where do we come from? Why is Myree a made-up name? Why are the Myrees? I'm going to ask you a question. Why do you think the Myrees are so proud? So proud. Somebody said arrogant. Well, what do you think? I mean, I believe one of them. Come on. I know pride is not a good thing to have, but maybe you can dress it up.
Well, all right.
There are many things in family, people, that are handed down from generation to generation. And that's where they start. The Myree is proud of himself, or herself. It's handed down from generation to generation. They're a proud set of people. Also, I wanted to say, when growing up, we were poor. I mean, we were poor. But we didn't know it. We were rich family. We had a rich heritage. Our fathers, uncles, family, they were proud. They were very proud. They thought they were rich. I recall a story I heard my father tell once. In fact, I was there. I was a little boy. When Dr. Jemison from Selma, Alabama, he was the president of the National Southern Baptist Convention. And he made the statement, Brother Myree know more than I do, and Daddy thought he did.
Yes.
I don't want to come up until I just step in.
Go ahead.
Now, I used to hear Granddaddy say,
Come on, let's do it. Yeah, come on.
I can talk loud. Okay. I used to hear Granddaddy say, and this was just in me all my life. And I'm sure it was in every for all other Myrees. Granddaddy used to say, when he would be talking with us and teaching us the ways of life, he would say, don't never fool and hang around with nobody that don't vote nothing. Ain't got nothing. When you find yourself, you won't have nothing, you won't want nothing. And they used to tell us, the old legend, birds of a feather flock together. If you were caught with somebody that their conduct wasn't good, well, you would be classified the same way. And then my father said once, something came up about this one thinks they are that, or this one thinks they are this. And my father said, look, don't worry about that. You just as good as anybody, and better than some.
doing research, you look across many different branches of the family. And we all heard our father talk about Jack and Jenny and the seven sons. Those sons were quite powerful men, even as slaves. Because what my father told us, he said that the overseer was not allowed to beat, meaning to whoop Jack's, Jenny's boys, because they wouldn't stand for it. And so even back as a slave, you can have a certain sense of self, which will not allow you to be degraded as a person. So I think that pride extends throughout that whole seven set of boys. And I'd like to, maybe cousin Eddie Dupree or one of her sisters may want to just comment for the rest of the family about some of the things they have seen in their one of those sons that you may not know a lot about. But, we did discover as we did our research. His name was, one of those boys was named Sam. And Sam had a son named Preston. And Preston had a son named, a lot of others. And Preston had a son named Edward. And then Edward was the father of Eddie and her sisters. So, and I know it's hard to get up here now, but if you want to come up, feel free to. This is a kind of a unique night for us, and I just want us to take some time to understand ourselves.
My father's name was Myree, which I was named after him, and his father's name was Preston. And his father taught him, even though he didn't have much, that he would be proud of what you have. But Preston, if they asked you if you needed anything, you would tell them no, regardless of how hungry you were. And he instilled that in us, being proud. Work for what you get. And you don't beg. Someone asks you, are you hungry? You say no. Sometimes you be so hungry you can chew water. That was my dad. He was a very sick man. And he believed in being us working. As we got old enough to work, we worked. And we all would pool our money while we was at home to help run the household. But as we got older and moved out, we still reached back to help the ones that was there. This is the way he raised us. And that is why we are so close right now. When you see one, you might see all of us, you might see two, but you don't see